Hey guys, I'm here to warn you and give you some tips and tricks on leveling your gear, getting from gray to green to blue to purples, and some things you can mess up on. So how do you level gear? You're going to see these growth stones that are given to you by the game. Later on, you can craft them yourself. You can, if you really need it for some reason, you can deconstruct or dissolve these, and you can get a lower level item if you need it. So if I had a purple but I needed a lot of blues, I could do that. Then I would go to this equipment enchanting tab. I'd go to this level up section and you will see them there. Usually I click here, continue till next level. It might use 2 or 3 up, but I only have to click it once, and if it had enough, it will go on to the next level. It'd go to like level 1. Now let's say that green item was fully leveled and I just got a brand spanking new blue item, and the blue item I checked online and it's best in slot. I would go to this transfer tab and I would drag this green item in, and all the experience from that would transfer over to my new item. Keep in mind that you can only do this once, and it gets a little tricky when it comes to purples and blues. Now let's talk about trading, because this is where it gets a little confusing. I'd say, and what a lot of people are saying, is pause when you get to blues and fully trade those out, because it's going to be harder to trade out purples. So this helmet here has ranged evasion and it has 2 locked traits. If I wanted to unlock another trait, I'd have to find this exact same helmet with a different trait. So let's say ranged endurance. I could drag, it would show up here, I'd click enchant, and I would unlock that new trait. And I'd have to do that 3 times to unlock all of these. Now, after that, I can get any helmet with the right trait. Like let's say this over here, like let's say it was like a mask. If it had ranged evasion, I could then level up ranged evasion on that mask. Now take note that transferring blue to blue gives you a 100% chance of success rate. Transferring purple to purple gives you a 100% chance of success rate. But if you try to get a green into a blue or a blue into a purple, there's a chance it'll fail and it turns into blessing. So that's why a lot of people are saying pause when you get to blue and fully trait this out, because you're going to get a lot more blues in the game. Once this is fully traded out, when you transfer it to your purple, all those traits are going to turn into blessings, which will eventually help unlock things for your purple. Now, from what I understand, weapons get a little bit, maybe they're a little bit easier. I think to unlock, you still need the exact same weapon, but to level it, you can use any weapon. So like it could be a great sword with hit chance, and I could level up this item. Now, as of today, there's one last trick to leveling your purple gear, and I think someone did the math. They found that it's best to level up your purple to around 6 to 7 before you transfer your blue in. It's more cost effective. I think they said everything after level 6 and 7 becomes more costly. Like it takes more purple growth stones. So get it up to 6 or 7. It'll take less growth stones, and then transfer over your blue item and you'll just get a big boost. You'll get all those traits turned into blessings, and you'll just be in a better spot. Now here at the contract coin merchant, there's a thing called trait extraction stones. When you get gear with things that you don't want, you can use these trait extraction stones to just rip that trait out and sell it on the auction house. When it sells, you're going to get lucent, and then you can use that lucent to help grab the traits or items that you actually do need. Now here at the guild merchant, you will see trait conversion stones. Sometimes you get a piece of gear with a trait you don't like. You can convert that, but I think it takes 100, and that is actually the weekly limit here. You have to be in a guild and you have to do events with them to get coins for this. So stock up on these too. This is what it will look like on the auction house when you sell your extract. Let's say you just rip the trait out. This is what it would look like. You'd click on it and you'd get to see all the traits and what they're going for currently. You can also see and buy actual items if you really want them. You can also craft the item using this lithograph. This is actually really easy to do. You probably have the materials, and it might actually be cheaper than buying this item outright. So ultimately, if you are having trouble getting your traits, you could go to here. See, it's kind of cheap. It's 23 lucent. This is 360 lucent. There's 57 lucent. Try to click in though, because usually there's more stuff here. One last tip as you're trying to make money by selling these extracts. Click on the item that you don't want with the trait that you don't want. In this section is where you will see something that says trait extraction, if you have enough stones. Click on that, the item will rip the trait out. It'll come up at the bottom of the list here and it will say extract, blah, blah, blah. Click that extract and there will also be a section here that says view at auction house. And then you can click on it, it'll open the auction house and you can see what those items are going for. Once you do that, you can just sell it yourself. Like, let's say I saw that it was going for like 15 lucent. It ranged from like 15 to 20. I personally just drag it in and put the lowest price 15 because I want it to go quickly. There is a small fee of Solent to put it up here, and if it doesn't go through, you just lose that. It's not much though, it's really small.
Just say the
And that is what I'm going to do on my character. I'm going to go find the correct blues that are best in slot. I'm going to find the correct traits. And I'm going to create a build that works. And even if I have all blues, because those traits are fully traded, my CP is going to be much higher than if I just went to all purples, which I tried. And I was surprised my CP didn't go up as much. So don't do that. Do this instead.